correct? So if you just psychologically, the shift is moving away from doing this to being this. You know, and for me spiritually, that aligns with our center. It aligns with we are already enough. There is nothing fundamentally that any of you need to adjust, fix, because it's broken. There's nothing broken. It is just getting your minds around the possibility that this magic is in you, activated by you, activated through you, for you, and then the world gets to experience you in a whole different expanded way. Okay, it's kind of, okay. All right, who's going to be brave next?
We are.
Go for it. Here comes Lance.
Wow.
So it's Kurt.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, come on up. And why don't you guys, so you want to go up and stuff or you want to stay there?
Oh, I always like to be able to.
I think you should go. Yeah. That's pretty funny. Okay.
Don't trip.
Yeah. We only met in person. We met in person at the airport. This is there. Tell them the name of your quartet.
It's Dewey, Singham, and Hal.
Get it?
We're going to Harmony University. All of us were wearing our shirts or whatever. We were unbeknown. We had no idea who she was. We were at the same gate waiting for the same plane.
We were singing.
And she said, "Oh, you're a barbershop quartet." And we said, "Of course, let us sing a song for you." And we sang the song. And we said, "Gee, where are you going?" And she said, "Oh, I'm going to Harmony University." "Oh, is it your first time?" She goes, "No, I'm on the faculty." I was like, great. Terrific.
Great. It was a great moment.
It was.
Oh yeah, this is with the quartet. Yeah. Okay. So what can you sing a little bit of? Now this is bass and lead. Okay, their baritone and tenor couldn't be here with us today. So we're just going to work a little bit with the lock. And what song did you guys decide?
We figured just a polka, maybe Heart of My Heart, something like that.
Okay, pick the hardest polecat of them all. Why is Heart of My Heart the hardest polecat of them all? And H's in front of them. It's not that, it's that H attack. So give me another polecat.
Okay. Pick one.
What did you say this morning? What was the song?
Wonderful.
Sweet and lovely.
We can sing that.
Sweet and lovely? Wonderful World.
Yeah, we can sing.
Let's do Wonderful World. Let's do Wonderful. That's got W's in them. I like those too.
Is this a G?
Do we have a pitch person? Oh yes, there she is. Sandy's got the pitch for you. Close. Okay,
Well, I had 1 out of 12 shots.
Yep.
I hear it again.
Okay, here we go.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world, wonderful world.
Okay, let's pause. Let's take good. Let's say yes, yeah, good. You can tell that they're experienced barber shoppers, right? Okay, so have you been singing together? How long did you say, Kurt?
You and I?
Long enough that we should be better.
But isn't that kind of how we feel? Like we've been doing this a long time. We should be better at this than this. What's wrong?
He and I have been singing probably 10 or 12 years.
Okay, so a long time. So, all right, now I want to take you into another world. Okay, so yeah, exactly. I'm gonna try. So, what I want to suggest to you is I want to see if I can stabilize your instruments internally. All right. So, exhale for me. And how do you process best? Visual, audio, kinesthetic.
Probably visual.
Visual.
Probably audio.
Okay, so we're gonna say audio first. Okay, so try what the ladies just tried. Take your hands for me and just take that breath in towards yourself, towards your back. Here we go. Bravo. Just that, you see their alignment. Okay, so alignment, we're gonna try it once with just alignment. Okay, so here we go. And now go ahead and pull your hands towards you as you do it. Pitch, please. Here we go. So pulling in. And
I see trees see them bloom for me and you.
Okay, Robin. All right, now you felt right there. We wanted to go to a volume shift. Okay, there was a volume shift that decided in the artistry that we're going to make that volume happen. So we're going to play with that in a second. What did you all notice right when they first did the first phrase? What happened for you, Jody?
The lead was, popped, but it was such a good blend, too.
Yeah, you popped, but you didn't pop. Meaning you didn't go towards them, but you activated more sound from the physical alignment.
Yeah, I can hear it. I can feel it.
And you're resident because you're a good barbershopper, and you get it about you get it about the okay. What's the objective here? You automatically. I want you to try it again for me. I'm going to just mess with Lance for a second, so I'll be playing for a second, Kurt. Okay. So now, if you can see me, you can see those pearly whites. Okay. So now it's going to feel like you're in fake face while you're singing Wonderful World. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to mirror for you. Sorry if I'm standing in front of you. So here you go. So you're mirroring to me. And go. Don't move. Okay, so you feel how you want it to then kind of come back and draw it.
I do!
Okay, so we're right here, Pat. Because Pat, you can feel it. Pat wanted to go to the audience.
Right.
It's like you're trying to get closer. Okay.
Now, I spent years leaning forward because I thought it was my personal responsibility for them understanding the words.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, they're going to understand it a lot better when you actually articulate. Okay, here we go. So the articulation of the consonants. Okay, so focus your brain on telling the story from the consonants. Here we go. So our opening, don't move me along, go.
I see trees of green.
Okay, now Robin, so you can feel it. The body starts to want to try to figure out where that sound has to go. All right, you're a megaphone going that way. So the megaphone's out the back of your head. Okay, so I want you to literally not move this time. Okay, so here we go. It'll be real, you're in a straight jet. Here we go. And.
I see trees of green, red roses too.
Keep letting it go.
I see them bloom for me and you.
Now, when you're getting down, the mechanism came, as your face relaxed, you lost the magic. Okay, so all the structure, the inside structure and the facial structure has to be present. Okay, so here we go, one more time. And don't close your eyes. Here we go.
I see trees of green, red roses. I'm moving.
All right, did you see this?
I knew it as soon as I did it.
So what happens, it happens for a good reason. It's like our body's trying to figure out how we're so comfortable with manipulating ourselves that we're constantly in flow of trying to figure out where it all goes, right? How many of y'all worry about placement? Yeah, right? All the time. Okay, so what if it's a thought, not a thing? What if it's a structural position? Okay, I'm going to get to you in a second.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you're on my radar. Okay, so Lance, I'm going to give him a visual. All right, hang on. Here we go. Let me give you a roadmap. I got to add just a little piece to this magic head. Okay, so for me, it's like, okay, it gets complicated. All right, here we go. So we are going to megaphone out the back of our head. And guess where your audience is?
There.
Behind you. About 20 feet.
Okay.
Okay? All right, so I'm going to hold, this is his magic head with the megaphone. All right, I'm just going to hold, here we go, so you can see it. All right, I'm going to hold it for you. All right, so here we go. Yep, one more time, guys.
I see trees of. Oh.
Yep, keep going, you got it. Green. Yep, you got it. Smile.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world, wonderful world.
right brain? Okay, so you may not know until you hear it on that.
Yeah.
What did you all hear? Somebody tell me. Free sound.
Freedom.
Say it again.
A free.
Free.
Yeah.
It was a free, ringing, resonant, artistic. You heard his artistry.
No judge has ever asked us for that. Yeah.
And you're on top of okay, and he just said he was on top of all his notes. Let me talk to you about this. Okay. Your brain is brilliant. The brain does not flat. The brain does not flat. If you program the music, this is where, okay, it's a fine line. If you don't know your music, you know who you are. If you don't know your music, you have to learn your music because the brain has to know the note. If it doesn't know the accurate note, you can't sing it. Okay? So I know know your music. Okay. So, but the reality is when you are structurally stable and your brain is sending the signal to your vocal folds to do a note, it's telling the folds to do the accurate note. You're not at fault for your pitch. What's at fault for the pitch? What is causing the pitch to go out? There's a couple things. We talked about the English language. What's another one?
The alignment.
You can lose the alignment, which will cause the pitch to go out, and then you can lose your face, which will make the pitch go out, or you can lose your upper jaw, which I was just working with Pat. Where is Pat the bass? Pat the bass. Oh, she had to go. Oh, no, she's back. With you, when I was stabilizing your upper jaw and having you focus your articulation towards that ceiling, upward, up the face. We're going to try it together, and then we'll pitch together. You don't ever go out of pitch. I got a quick side story, and then I'm going to go to Kurt. So when I first came from the world of bel canto and my world of professional singing into to the barbershop world, I landed in the middle of a women's barbershop chorus in Vermont. The director of it was Lindy Bortney. She was a front row Ramapo Valley under Renee Craig. She was well-trained barbershopper, and she followed the BHS world as well. So she was just a diehard. 3 months into my presence with that chorus, because I was with them for 10 months, they never went out of tune at all.
Wow.
And Lindy looked at me one day and she said, "How is that happening?" And I basically said, they are now all structurally stable instruments resonating optimal acoustic sound. Now, what did they think? Well, they were just kind of doing their job. They were just opening up and being more stable internally. That's all you were doing as a singer. But the reality is it's big in the benefits. Okay.
Well, I would say if that last time sounded better, I didn't change physically anything I was doing. The only thing I changed was trying to convince myself that the elements was behind me. That's the sole only thing I changed.
And so what he activated was inhalare la voce.
Huh.
He activated the inhaling the voice. Because when the audience, when we consciously think it's behind us, we activate and reactivate and continue to activate the alignment in such a way that it keeps activating the sound. And what you all heard was a legato line that was relentless.
Yeah, the whole time my brain was saying, it's back there, and it was saying, no it isn't, it's back there, no it isn't, no it isn't. And I had to force myself to imagine that it was back there. And once I gave it up, it was just back there.
Yeah, as soon as when I said let it go, and you started just articulating, boom. Okay, so let me have the bass, and then we'll be back in. All right, Kurt, that's just since I picked on Lance for a bit, let's just have Kurt do this by himself. Pitch, so just sing the bass line for me. Here we go. You can pull towards self. All right, here we go.
Trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself.
Okay, bravo. Okay, so a great bass voice. All right. Now, what are you aware of as you're singing? Anything in particular? Okay, so here's what I'm aware of. So as we articulate, the sound wants to go down. Now, some of it has to do with being a bass. Basses like down.
You.
They like it. Okay, but let's watch what happens when they like up instead. Okay, so we're doing Jimmy Stewart. We're in that Jimmy Stewart land. That's right. And now you're gonna pull in, just kind of stay there in alignment if you can. And I want you to, like Pat did, I want you to talk to the ceiling the whole time, no matter how low you go. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Trees of green, red roses too.
Now pause for me. Pause, you're sorry. Now focus on consonants, like you're talking. Tree, trees. Do that one for me.
Trees
Product.
of green.
Look, trees.
Trees.
Now look at me. Trees. Trees. Your job, should you choose to accept it, is only the TR.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Trees of green, red roses too.
Okay, good. So I gotta mess with him a little bit. Okay, so here we go. So you're pulling in. I want you to hold your breath and sing a phrase.
Hold my breath and sing a phrase. Trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom.
Do it again though. Okay, so here we go. So now that we're prepared for what I'm going to ask you to do. Okay, so here we go. You're pulling in. You're in fake face and hold your breath.
Trees.
So go ahead and exhale for me. Breathe in through your nose for me. You feel that rib cage open up?
Yep.
I need it to open up all the way, and then I need you to be a cello. Okay, so let me say that a different way so it doesn't freak out your head. Okay, here we go. So now smile. Be a cello and talk to the ceiling. Go.
Trees of green, red roses too. Bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world, wonderful world.
I'll sing with that.
I get goosebumps when it starts to activate this way. Okay, so now try singing with it. Okay, so here we go. So it's a different game.
It is.
And you felt the vibration of sound in a different way.
I felt
Yes!
higher.
You felt taller, higher.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so what if taller, higher sound is created by taller, higher space? Okay, here we go. All right, so and you're going to hold, be a cello, both of you. All right, here, and you're out the back.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world, wonderful world.
That felt different, didn't it? It sounded different. I'm going to go there instead.
Okay.
You might not have been able to feel it.
I was thinking too much.
That's okay. No. Okay. In my universe, there's never thinking too much because the reality is the brain is the whole game. So you're just thinking in a different way. But what you did and what you did do as when you expanded sound, you heard him when he was leaning into that artistry. He was megaphoning that way, and his sound went whoop and opened up, and we heard volume change. Correct?
Yep.
But he didn't change volume.
I did.
You didn't actually physically go into the machinations of trying to be soft and trying to be loud and trying to be soft. You just activated your intelligence, you activated the you activated the word as if you were really singing it the way you mean to sing it. And it did it for you. With the idea that you're going in alignment or towards your resonators as opposed to away from your resonators. Okay, so when we go this way, we essentially collapse our resonators and try to do it out in the space in front of us where we, as my teacher said, have absolutely no control. As soon as it's out here, it's gone, right? This work it's all about internal. You're never out of control. You're always in control, right from here. Boom. And you notice I'm just doing this very easy kind of like this. What is that? It's just reminding the physical bodies to stay in alignment and keep bringing towards self. It's internal. Okay, bravo. Give me
Easier to go to a lower notes there. I thought it was a little easier. Sometimes you need the top of the range, it's not tuned as it should be.
That's correct. And so your consonants, when you articulate that precise timing on those onsets like you did with the consonants and you started to get into the game, you are activating your vocal folds to stabilize the pitch faster. Love it.